So we are going to start with the repair on this uh, laptop. That's a Lenovo laptop. It's just plastic. So the hinges are bad right now. As you can see right now, screen works. That's fine. It's in good working conditions, but the hinges are bad. So the plastic that holds the hinges together in the back is broken. So what we want to do is just replace it with a good one. So what I'm gonna do, um, this problem usually happens when the hinges are too tight. When the hinges are very tight or they get tight over time, all these damages start. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna remove the bottom cover with the screen open, just like this. Okay, I just put it at the end of my working table, and I'm gonna remove the screws all around it. I'm just gonna keep them there for right now so I can keep good track of them because I have to order the part before, but I want to get it out so I can match with the exact same part. I will suggest you doing that because if you order just the part by the looks or by the model number, you might end up with something totally different. So just be aware of that. I'm just going to use a little magnet. Alright, so I have this little magnet. So now the screws get stuck in there. Maybe. There we go. Just always keep good track of your screws. That way you don't lose them, and you will know where they go because sometimes the shape changes. I'm gonna give you an example right now. I'm gonna remove this one. This one is a little uh, oh, it's the same as this one, but one thing I noticed here that this one is different. So it looks like maybe they open it, the customer open it. You can see the difference on size. Maybe that is the way it is. Who knows? But I always try to keep everything and put everything back where it belongs. That way I know if it's for some reason a different size screw, it goes where I get it out from. So get that one. As you can see, I just do like a little shape so I know where the screws are. So I think, yeah, it looks like the screw has been removed before, or the cover was removed and they put a different screw. Maybe it was a missing screw in it. So what I normally do is just keep it at the edge of my workbench. So you can see like it's not on the side of the sidewalk. So what I do, I'm going to put the battery, it's battery, and now I'm going to put it now. One, and so I know you take a couple pictures as you go. So you know how you forgot to go back to the picture, and then just go back to this, get it on properly. I'm going to put these two little connectors, set the Wi-Fi cables, so go here, this go here. Okay, so, okay, now this is the LC connector, down the connector as well, so I just made this little black ribbon, and just put it like that. Okay, now we're going to remove the hinges, so people try your screws, and then this is another trick for you. I know that you can see this another over there. I'm going to show you another, but you can see this and extra so this is my button, so I just do a mark right there. So mark so I know where this goes, and now I can remove it right there, so I keep track of this screws anywhere. Keep it the same shape, so I keep them, so these ones are black. So and these ones are, you see it right there. So I don't want to keep track of the screws, otherwise you end up damaging the other dice, the other device by yourself. So keep this way videos too, become video here, so you can always go back and what. So you know, follow. Now we can continue building all these other. Alright, so I know that these are put here. You know, down there, after we finish, yes, it is, we can off, and we can keep this inside, this main board, where these ones right now, until we get the other part. All right, so as you can see right now, we have this bezel. This one will come off. We just need a little pressure under here and it'll pop up, just like so. And this is how it comes out. There's like little clips. So these ones are damaged. The customer tried to put them back in place. Or actually they left. So we wanna probably order the part as well. That's one. And then the screen right here. So we're gonna take a picture here just to remember how everything is gonna be, because I'm gonna have to order. I'm gonna order the part um, because we want to make sure we are getting or ordering the right piece before we do it. Because if you do it just by the model number or whatever, sometimes it don't fit. And if it took you like 3 4 days to for the part to arrive, you will have to return it and then get the right one, and it'll take you another week. So just be aware of that. Now we have to lift the screen. The problem with this one, um, there's like a little cover right here. This one, as you can see, the hinge is very loose. So this one basically comes off just like this. See all the plastic, the screws are attached, but the plastic is broken. And this is because the hinges get really tight. I could have just put this back in place and fix them, and it's not worth it. So I'm just gonna do that right here. Now the screen right here is attached to, or the bezel is attached to the screen because it has some double-sided tape to keep it down. So if you have like a hair dryer, you might want to use it to make the adhesive a little loose, but I normally just go from here to the top, then just lift slowly because you don't want to damage the LCD, like so. Make sure to undo the hinge first, or I mean the clips, before you lift it. Like so, go slowly. Otherwise, if you break this one, you're gonna have to replace it as well, and it's gonna be another expense. So, all right, I'm just going through here with my nail, and then I start lifting this up slowly. All right, this hinge is also broken, so we have that. Now we have to go and start doing it from here very slowly, because sometimes the adhesive lifts the little screen in there that keeps it's just like a little black tape that all the LCD has. So just be careful, start to lift it slowly, take your time, be patient, and you will get it done eventually. So there, I'm gonna remove the other hinge. It's broken. The things like this, these pieces are made out of cheap plastic, and sometimes they break very easy. All right, so for that I'm gonna use a little spatula, because if I lift it, you will see right here. I'm not sure if it's going to be able to show on the camera, but that'll lift this tape right here that is covering or keeping the LCD together, and you don't want to do that. Just to keep that down, you gotta be careful, otherwise you end up damaging the screen as well. And there is another expense, another part that you have to buy. This was slow. I was thinking to use the spatula, but I think I could find a different angle right here that might work. Always check. If you use a little bit of heat, sometimes that helps, because the adhesive gets loose and then it'll come off way easier. So just be careful, be patient, take your time, and then you will get it done. I'm gonna show you what I meant. Very strong adhesive, and look, super strong. So this is what I mean. It's like a very strong adhesive that lifts this little black tape, and it's very annoying because you have to put it back basically in place. Let's do that. So gotta be very careful, otherwise the screens, you might end up having lines and stuff like that. So alright, so we have that, have this one, and this one we just probably want to keep it in place, just like so. Alright, that's how you have it. Now we are going to remove the screen. Now the new screen won't come out. Alright, so before I move forward, I'm gonna keep these screws because I know these ones came from here with this one right here. Okay, and so I don't lose them or they get tossed around, I used a little bit of masking tape. Now I'm just gonna do this one right here, keep it in place, and there's one more right there, stick it in it, and this one is a whole piece right now. So that way I have my screws organized, and I believe this one, I think they're all the way around. Like so. I know these screws go with that one. Now I'm gonna keep this right there, and I'm gonna have to remove the screen. Now the screen sometimes have like double-sided tape, and in order for you to remove it, you wanna have to grab it. So there's like the double-sided tape is going to be right here. So just grab that one and then start pulling slowly so it doesn't break, because if it breaks you wanna need to use a heat to remove it. So just grab it, and then if you're careful about it, you can still use the same tape. So let go of that one, grab the other end, and then just go one more time right there. Very strong adhesive. Okay, grab the other piece, and then the other end, and here we have it. So it's gonna be right here. If you're careful about it, you'll get this one in case your replacement doesn't come with a double-sided tape. This one is going to be pretty much intact. You keep it on good place so it's not bent, and then we go to the other side and we're gonna do pretty much the same. We're just gonna be careful about it. Just pull, hold, and keep pulling backwards. And we hold it, and then we pull backwards. We hold it, and then we have it. This is what happens when you rush. It gets like all tingly. but if you strain it, you're good. And at the end, you don't need this much, I don't think. You can put just like half. Let's say if this one for some reason breaks or something, you can always get use just like a quarter or something, or maybe two pieces, one here and one here, or three pieces, one, two, three. So that's pretty much what you can do. So this one I'm just gonna leave it here, just like so. Very strong adhesive, and then I'm just gonna keep it. So when we have the right part, we're gonna replace. Now we have the screen. So you can see the screen is out. We gotta be careful with that when we lift, because it's connected right here. So we have this one right here. We are just going to make sure to lift this plastic or this tape, and then we just pull it back. And then we have the screen, very intact screen. The screen still works despite the problem right there, but it should work. Okay, so now we have to remove this part right here and these cables, but I'm just gonna leave it there, and I'm gonna look for the exact same piece. If I can find it, I will just order it. So these ones are gonna be the numbers right here. These are the numbers that you have to look for. It's kind of hard to see. Oh, I have this one right here. This is the original part. It's blue. As you can see, they're the exact same. Sorry, this part right here got stuck. You have to be careful because these are the main connectors of the screen. It's very strong adhesive right there. And if you're not careful enough, look, it's gonna lift this little thing. So I'm just gonna keep it there. This one we're gonna keep it because it's really hard to remove without lifting this tape. So I'm just gonna put it on the side for right now. That's the main screen, and this is the one we have. So this one is going to be the one I just ordered, and this is the old one. This is broken here. So you can see it won't hold the hinges right there. These are the exact same. For this one, I'm gonna show you a trick. So the main problem when these ones get broken right here is because the hinges are very tight. So for that, we just use a little um, some type of pliers, just something to make it a little loose. Let's see if this one works, otherwise I'm going to have to use my, just something to hold it. So if it takes a long time to lift, since this part right here is plastic, once the hinges get really tight, is when everything starts breaking. So we have this one right here. You can see now it's easier for us to open. Now don't open it too much. Don't unscrew it too much. Otherwise the screen, when it's in an angle, is going to slam. It's going to close because it's not going to have any strength to keep the hinges open. So let's match the hinges. This one is going to be this one right here. As you can see, this one as well is very tight. I don't want to force it, so I'm gonna go ahead. So just to prevent the same issue from this breaking, I'm just gonna open it a little bit and screw that one. It should be good. So now you can see how easier it is now to open. This one I might need to tighten it a little bit, but I'll check that out. So we have the exact same hinges. I will recommend you matching your parts, removing the parts before you start the repair, because if you order them just by the looks or by the model number, you might end up breaking or ordering something wrong. When you get the part, it's not going to fit and you want to have to return it and then wait for the right one. So that's the main reason I'm doing it this way. Alright, so right here we have to transfer. We have the hinges. These hinges are bad, old, they're really tight. So I'm going to replace them. Now I need to transfer these and these antennas. So for that, I'm gonna just grab this one. This is for the webcam. Just being gentle about it, being very careful about it. You can just lift it like that. And then there's like a little clip right there. You can either remove it or you can remove it with, you can lift it. Alright, so I'm gonna need a little bit of, remember, just you gotta be careful not to damage the components, because if you damage them, it's gonna be a little bit. So in this case, since this one is a little hard to remove, I'm gonna lift this little latch and pull the connector. Okay, and always make sure to check how everything is built in, just to make sure that um, you know what you're doing. Okay, this little plastic, I'm not sure if this is coming off, but we have to find a way to remove it. Now, if this one is glued very strong, you probably need a little bit of isopropyl to help out with the separation. Just a little knife under, little by little. This one is a little board right there. You gotta be very careful, otherwise you end up damaging it. Take your time, go slowly. If you are not a patient person, I would suggest you getting the technician or somebody to help you. Otherwise, I seen a lot of computers coming in from people that want to fix them. They end up damaging. This one right here is like a little double-sided tape right there. This one's stay there, so that's totally fine. We don't need it. Just a little bit should be enough. And then we are going to, now this is two little holes or pins right there where these ones will hold in place. Just make sure it's going nice and flat. Alright, let's match everything. It's just how it was before. Okay. A little pin right here. There's another pin where this little hole goes in. So we are going to make sure that it's going inside. So once everything is done, the computer is gonna look like two colors, basically, bicolor. It's gonna be the blue for the back cover of the computer screen, and the rest is gonna be blue. I don't know, it might look cool. So since this silver part was obviously more popular color and was cheaper, the customer decided to save some money. I gave her the option, and then she decided to go with the silver color since she uses the computer just for work at home. It won't change anything on the performance or anything. It won't affect on anything at all. Alright, so we have this one right here. Now we need to figure out how this cable is going, but this one is going to be, it's going to wait. All right, and now we have to transfer this part right here. This is going to be the wireless cables um, of the wireless antenna, of the wireless antenna. So we just go to here, just getting the shape out of it, just slowly move it, trying to keep the exact same shape. That way it goes back in place the exact same way you got it out. I'm gonna use this one. This is a little aluminum. It's double-sided. It's double-sided tape. Just grab that one and you start lifting this one slowly. You don't want to rip this. Then you go to the other corner and then just like that. Start lifting slowly. Like I said, if you have, I'm gonna show you how easier it's gonna be. If we add a little bit of isopropyl alcohol, it's gonna be a lot easier because it'll help you lift. Not just apply a little bit more. Slowly and just like that. Okay, so now we want to try to lift this little board. Slowly going under just to be able to lift. You can also use a little bit of isopropyl if these ones are double-sided. Just wait a little bit, and as you can see, it's way easier. That's a little trick. That way you don't pull too hard and break the devices. So just put it back the exact same way, put it down, and then that's just like that. Alright, so we put everything back the exact same way it was. Making sure you have everything nice and in place. And then just follow the pattern. Since we removed this one from the other one is the exact same shape, it'll go basically, it'll fit like a puzzle. Making sure it's going to go in. You can see there's like a little curve right here from the original shape. Just follow it. Making sure it's going nice and flat. And that's gonna be very much it right now for this one right here. We're done with this side. Now we need to retrieve the other one. So everything same. This one will go all the way over here. So just move it. Be careful about it. As you can see, the shape's still the same. Try not to pull too hard so it doesn't lose the shape. And then just keep going, just like so. going around, and just like that. Now we want to do the same with this one. We want to lift. So from one corner. Okay, and now we lift it. If it's too hard to pull, you can use the isopropyl. This one's right here, so it rips a little bit. It won't affect on anything, I don't think. But you might want to retrieve everything and put everything in the exact same way. Let's see, we can save that. Yeah, it's not the aluminum part or the little shiny piece right there didn't come off, but it should be okay. I don't think it's gonna affect. This one is not even a board, it's just like a little piece of aluminum. Then we can start lifting this one from here. Just remember, like you can see, I can pull. If you don't want to pull there, because this one will come off. If it takes quite a bit of time, just put some isopropyl on there. Make sure that thing is going under. It'll be easier for us to lift. Like so. And we got it out. Alright, so this is the broken piece. We don't need it. It's going to the recycling. It's recycling bin. And then I'm just gonna place this one right here. Once it's placed in the right place, we just put this one down. Just like so. Now we are going to here, making sure the cable goes in the exact same place. Okay, we are going. Remember, this one is going all the way over here, so we just keep working on it. There's this one going there, under the little clip. See, it's keeping the exact same shape. Just like so. And then we continue. Okay, I believe this one is going on there. So I'm gonna have to remove the hinge because that one was under here. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. It was on top of here. Yeah, this one needs to go down. It doesn't look like it needs to go down, but yep, needs to go down here. So I'm gonna get my screwdriver. remove the hinges, and I'm gonna try to keep everything together. Okay, and so this one is going here, and then I believe this one goes down here. Okay. And I think that's how it was. And all the way over here, and right there. You see? Let's go to here. No, probably goes under here. It stays down here. This one right there. Okay, so this one matches. Now we have this one right here. Now we are going to test the screen. So this one right here is double-sided tapes to keep the screen attached to the back cover. So we're going to test the screen before we remove the little plastic, so we know at least that the screen is not damaged, because sometimes doing this kind of repair, sometimes these screens get damaged during the removal. So always test your work before you put everything together, otherwise you end up working double. Alright, so we have this one right here. Alright, so this is how it goes. Okay, I just hope that okay, so this one is going there. Good. Yeah, I just want to make sure we have all the cables in the right place. Okay. So it looks like everything should be good to go. Just want to make sure these are nice and tight. Sure these are nice and tight, because if they're not, they start wiggling, and it's when the plastic start falling apart. Alright, so we have this. I'm going to connect the screen to the LCD connector. To do that, to do that, I just do like this, making sure it's going nice and flat. Couple of clicks, and there we go. Okay, we have everything in place. All right, I'm gonna, at the end of the video, I'm gonna show you guys how to clean a screen with just water. Water, you don't need anything fancy. You don't need anything that might hurt your computer. All right, what is the other part? All right, so we have the bezel. This one is going there. It's gonna fit. This one is the old one. I need to keep the screws. All right. And this is the second part. Right here, what we want to do is just test the screen just to make sure it's going to work. Basically, this one is going. All right. So a little push, it's in. Now I'm gonna have to connect the battery. And I'm gonna press the power button. We have an image. Alright, so we have the image. The screen is in working condition still, so that's not a problem. Now we can continue with the installation of the rest of the components and the screen itself. Alright, so I'm just gonna shut it down again. Screen is working, so we are good. Okay, just gonna disconnect again. And just put it on the side for right now. Alright, so now we are just gonna make sure that the screen is in the right place. And that everything is good. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is just peel this little plastic and let the screen sit flat. Like so. Now I'm gonna lift the other side like so. Since it's now nice and flat and in place, I just pull here and we have it in the right place. Alright, everything is connected, everything is in place. So we are about to install the screen bezel. Let's remove this little piece of tape. Alright, and we can make sure that everything is going to be sitting nice and flat. And then after that we remove the sticky stuff, the plastic. Alright, this one right here, just want to keep it that way. Just making sure everything is sitting properly. Now I don't remember how Alright, it looks like this cable needs to go under here. Always try to make sure that everything is gonna be where it's supposed to be. Okay, everything is really nice and easy. Alright, and then before I remove anything else, or before I put anything else, just gonna make sure that it's gonna fit. All these cables are going through the, okay. So as you can see, this one goes in here, these two go in here, I think. Just like this. Alright, so as you can see, the blue color is gone, and now we have the silver color. Silver color, and this is the blue one. So it fits, it works, and the customer will be saving some money, so might as well just help them out. I asked her and she wanted to change the color. She didn't mind because the price, since it was a silver, it's more popular, it was cheaper than getting the original color. So, alright, so now we have to make sure these cables go in here, and I believe this one needs to go under the hinge. So, we want to have to remove that because this is how it's supposed to go, right there. I think it should be fine. I'm gonna put a couple screws right here. Alright, and just so you know, if you are trying to put this back together and you don't know, there's like a little arrow right there where it's indicator, it's an indicator of where the screw goes. That way you don't put them in the wrong place. This one has an X, so there's no screw going in there. This one is right here, and then one more right here. Alright, now we have the ones from this side. There's an X right here, so nothing in there. So the screws go into these three holes. One more. Alright, just like so. Okay, And now we want to have to figure out how these cables are going. Okay, I believe this one goes back in here, and we can probably push it behind this. Okay, and these ones, they're going under the little hole right there to go through. Okay, and I believe I took a picture of this one. Let me double check. I just want to make sure I have it right. Otherwise, we don't want to break anything. Or all right, let me see if my pictures are. Let me put them on my other phone. Always double check your work. And like I said, you just make sure to take a few pictures before you put everything. So you have a picture of right here how the connectors are going through. That way I have a better idea on how to do it. So I believe that's correct. That's it. That's the way it goes. And what about the other side? I think it goes just like this because the front bezel, but this one goes under. So I'm gonna have to remove the hinge. Always take pictures as you go in case you forgot how things go. You can go back and check everything. That way you can get it on right. Okay, just like this. There we go. Okay, so we have this side. Let's double check the other side. One goes through here. These are coming from here. Yes, that one should be good right there. So let's try it out. It looks very good to me, very fine. So Okay, now we are going to go with this cable, antenna cables, going here, you can just go around here, around the cooling fan, and they will connect here. In order for me to plug it, I need to remove this plastic. Just gonna lift it. And we have the second one that is gonna be here. Just like so. Making sure it's not all over the place. And then we just lay it flat. Alright, so the wireless antenna is connected. Okay, and that's what we have. So far as you can see, that's the blue cover and the silver cover. The hinges are not tight. That's very good. This is how it's supposed to work. Just close it a little bit and it's gone. There we go. They stay on place. Now we want to have to put the little bar right here. Alright, so we have this one right here. This one is going to this one is going in here to keep these connections covered. And if everything is right, it should be good to go. Once we have everything in place, it should be easier to do. Or I guess it's going this way. So there's one clip right here. These clips are broken anyway from when the screen was lifting. Hopefully it stays in place, otherwise one needs some glue. This one sits, put it back in there. Okay, so I just find out I think I'm gonna have to remove the screen in order for me to put the little bezel back in place. Because it's not going in, and I don't want to force it and then break it and make it worse. So we want to remove the screen again. Want to remove. All right, so remove the cables. Should be very easy to do. Okay, keep track of your screws so you can put them back where they belong. Sometimes there are different sizes, shapes, and thickness. That one right here. Like this one right here is smaller. The one I'm taking right now is this one is smaller than the other one. So we gotta make sure we put them in the right place. This one is smaller than this one, and this one is a little bit smaller than this one. So it's very important to keep track of your screws so you don't put them in the wrong place. Okay, so we want to remove the hinge, disconnect that. And then we are going to install this little cover. So this one sits down and then push that way. It's not going, it doesn't want to stay in place. I'm gonna apply a little bit of glue right here. Well, I didn't know this one was like an hour long video. I thought it was gonna be a little bit easier, but I guess not. So I have a little bit of glue that we're gonna use to keep these little clips in place. Because they're about to snap. That one looks very firm. Should be it. Now I think I put a little bit too much glue in there. So I'm just gonna clean it. I'm just gonna use a little bit of tissue. And remove it from there. There we go. Alright, so we continue with this one right here. Just like this. These ones don't want to stay in place. Something is not going. Okay, that one's a little clip right there, but this one needs to go that way. Why is getting difficult? I think I know. This one goes right there. This one goes over here. Making sure the cable is going all the way in, not pinching or lifting the little cover. Alright, so that one is gonna work that way. Alright, so we have everything almost ready to go. Now I'm gonna put the little two screws that we need for this, remove this double-sided tape, plastic covers, so the screen sits properly. That should be it. Or I'm just gonna leave these ones at the end because for some reason the screen doesn't sit properly. I might need to go under here. Okay, we have that one in there. And we have one more screw. Alright, everything seems to be in place. We're just gonna put a hinge cover. Start from here and we push that way. Just like that. Now the cover stays in place. This one, since it was broken from the original problem, is gonna stay like that. So the rest is in place. Alright, so that one, now we are going to install on the screen. I normally put it like at the edge of my workbench. That one is going there. And then this one is going there. So now we install the screws. Alright, so that one is going for the LCD, and we put the screws back in place. Remember, keep track of your screws because these ones are different sizes. Okay, and this one right in here. Okay, we want to install now the front of this cable through. Okay, we have everything there. Everything seems to be in place. Good, hinges are working just fine. You can see the color, silver color and the blue color. It's a little different, but the customer was able to save about $60. Alright, so now we're gonna put the bottom cover. Let's connect the battery. Don't forget the battery. It's very important. And we just place the bottom cover like so. And we are going to remove this little plastic. Let's see if we can remove it without removing the cover. There we go. Comes off. Remember that there's a little bit of double-sided tape on both sides. To keep the bezel, the screen bezel in one place. I removed this one at the end because since that one was going to get the screen stuck, I was not gonna try to do it twice. So this one is very stuck in there. So I'm gonna have to undo it. Go in here for a little bit, maybe with a little blade, just to lift it a little bit so I can get inside it and remove it. Sometimes it's a little tricky, but once you hear it, it'll come off. Just like so. There we go. Little click. And the bottom part. This one might be a little difficult because it has double-sided tape on both sides, one in the screen and one in the on top, like on the front. But let's see what we can do about it. Coming off, just like so. Alright, everything seems to be in place. Camera is good. We'll remove the little cover, and it should be it. Let's power on. We should get an image soon if everything went well. There we go. Setting up. You can see it right there. You have a screen. There we go. All right, so we are going to continue with just to finish putting everything back together. All right, so we have the Lenovo logo right there. We are getting it done, and the only difference from this repair is going to be the color of the phone, because even this thing is the brand. With the original one, this is the original color. You can see very identical. The only thing that changes is the color. The customer wanted to have it fixed but not too expensive, so this one was cheaper than the blue color, and everything seems to be the same. We have an image, we have everything good. I'm just going to put the screws in the bottom cover. Just make sure to put the screws where they belong. And then after this, I'm going to show you how to clean the screen without um, using any chemicals. It's just going to be water. So that way you can have a clean screen all the time. It's not hard to clean. You don't need a special liquid or whatever to keep your computer nice and clean. Okay, we have this one right here. We have one more right here. So this is the most of, we're almost done. So always, if you want to do this type of repairs, make sure you have the right parts, and that is going to be compatible with your system, so you can get the job done properly. If you don't know what you're doing, please don't forget to um, give me a call or send me a message. I hear a call. Thank you. Very free. Okay. You want to be the name with I get the match with the testing box. Correct. Depending where okay. That'll be $89 and I'm depending what they how complex it is. Okay? You're very welcome. Alright, so that was a customer calling. I know Sunday I'm about to be done. I really want to get out of here today. I've been working all week, and I think the motorcycle is waiting for me, so I'm just gonna get out. But before that, I'm going to show you how to clean your screen. Make sure always your screws are nice and tight. All right, let me just give me a second. Just give me a second. You see how spotty? Let me shut this down. So the screen is very, there's some spots in there. We're gonna clean them. This is for customers, so we can probably just go ahead and clean it for them. All right, and for this, you only need two racks. One is gonna be the wet one. It has to be wet, not dripping wet, just wet, and a clean one or like a dry one. Okay, so you normally do just use your the wet one. Just go in there. Don't push too hard, and just keep it laying down like this in case yours is too wet, so the water doesn't drip to the edges. Just do that. Then as soon as you're done cleaning nicely, there's the clean one, the dry one, and as you can see now all the spots are gone, just like that. Nice and clean. You don't need to use any special liquid, anything. You are good to go. So, all right, this is going to be it for today. You also can clean the rest of the case just like this. Same, a little wet, then just dry one, just like that. Nice and clean. You don't need any special liquid and special stuff to clean your computer. That's gonna be it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, this is Jorge from IT Evolution, Appleton Computer Repair Services and Tech Store, located in 212 East College Avenue, Appleton, Wisconsin. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Don't forget to follow